Hey everyone, it's Dell, and welcome back to Mega Man 9. We're going to be taking on Jewel Man next. Alright, here we go. So this is Jewel Man Stage. And the music here is fantastic! So, our first enemies are a few Mets. Then you got these guys falling from the sky, or falling from the top of the screen, because there's really no sky. We're actually inside a cave. But yeah, just when they're coming down, shoot them before you hit the ground. But if they hit the ground, just wait for them to bump into the wall, and then they'll reach to your trajectory. Alright, these guys, they come down when you're near them. And if they're below you, they'll also come down. Just gonna get rid of that one before I go, so it doesn't cause me any more trouble. And now we're coming across this section. You gotta move, you have to walk back and forth to build up more force to reach the next platform. And one more should do. Yeah. Careful, there's spikes on the wall. And here's a mini-boss. Just gonna go ahead and use the Hornet Chaser. And then I'm gonna use the concrete shot and get rid of him. And that's pretty much it. Now to move on. And these enemies, you have to wait for them to open up, otherwise you can't shoot them. Alright, so we got these enemies again, throwing rocks and stuff. And there's enemies from the bottomless pit, so you want to be careful. Be careful of the wall of spikes. You'll not believe how many times I've died to those spikes when I first played Mega Man 9. I've died quite a lot to those spikes. And I still feel nervous up to this day, but gladly, I did not get killed. And this next room isn't too much of a problem. Just build enough force to move that out of the way, and you're here. And we're getting close to Jewel Man. I want to throw something out just before we fight the boss. I'm getting reminded from this troll video made by Very Invalid. He did a review of Mega Man 9 back in 2008, and it was really bad. It was funny though. He actually played this stage and Splash Woman stage. They laughed up to this day still, so. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and equip the Black Hole Bomb because that is Jewel Man's weakness. Alright, here we go. So you press 1 to shoot the Black Hole Bomb, and then press 1 again to activate it. When you jump, Jewel Man also jumps. And that was Jewel Man! You got a new weapon. Jewel Satellite. I've upgraded Rush to help you out. Yeah, stop! I'll try to slow him down a bit. Alright, so we can now do Rush Jet. So next we're going to be taking on Magma Man Stage. Now, this is one of the stages in Mega Man 9 that really pissed me off back in the day. But I think I got the hang of it now. So you got these enemies that are coming out of those pipes. Much like in Crash Man Stage from Mega Man 2, I'm gonna go ahead and get that screw with the Hornet Chaser. Alright, now let's go. Just gonna go ahead and switch back to my Mega Buster. It's usually the weapon I go with for the most part. You got these Mets, and you got this turret. And then here comes those disappearing blocks. The blocks that annoy us a lot in Mega Man. But, you know, I've got the pattern memorized. But I gotta say, that Met is placed in a really annoying spot, because if he shoots you, you might fall into the spikes, and when you're done flashing and you're still on the spikes, then you're gonna die. But I got past it, so I'm good. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get that extra life, not that we needed it, because we can only carry 9 lives, like a cat. And then that extra screw, that's what I'm really going for. Now when you pass by these static things, there'll be these cloned Mega Mans, which they can be easily taken down. Alright, so we got these invisible blocks again. But I got the pattern already, so it's just all about timing and trial and error as well. So if it's your first time playing, chances are you're not going to make it through here in your first try. But looks like I'm about to do it. Yep, I'm just going to go up here to get the screws. And that E-tank as well. And yeah. Gotta restore my health. And I'm just go ahead and use the dual satellite, so these guys don't give me any trouble. And I gotta say, the dual satellite is probably the best Mega Man shield ever. Mainly because it never wears out when you kill all these small enemies anyway. I mean, for bigger enemies, they will, but yeah, it doesn't really wear out when you kill all these small enemies, so you can, like, farm for a bunch of bolts, and, well, it wears out when you go to another screen, which, as you saw right there, I went to a different screen with the dual satellites, and now it's gone. But, yeah, other than that, it's a really good shield. And that's going to be Plugman's weakness, actually, because we're getting close to Plugman right now, so thought I'd mention that right now. So go ahead and use the dual satellite on Plugman. It takes all the max ammo of the dual satellite to take him down. And that was it. You got a new weapon. Plug Ball! Alright, now to take on what is considered the most annoying Robot Master stage in Mega Man 9. Tornado Man! Alright, so here's Tornado Man stage. As you can tell, it takes place in the sky. But that's the least of our worries. There's a lot more to make the stage annoying than just taking place in the sky. Yeah, I know, sky levels are annoying as hell, but there are these rotating platforms. I'm gonna go ahead and use Rush Coil to skip this. But here comes more rotating platforms. Basically, you have to ride on those platforms, but they basically... Here, I'll show you. They're like going up and down and up and down. But you do not want to jump when you're down, because you will fall down and not jump up. So, it's all about timing, really. That's really the only advice I can give. Right here, I'm really nervous. Just hoping that I'd make it to the next platform without falling. Yeah, I would use Rush Jets, but I want to conserve my energy. Might not even use Rush Jet at all, but we'll see. I'm just being really patient. Just hoping I can get on that platform while I'm on the top. Let's see if I can try to rearrange myself again. Oh, there we go! I made it. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Rush Jet now. Whoa! That was a close one. Oh! Good lord, that was a close one. It's a good thing that platform was there to break my fall. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and refill that energy. And yeah, let's move on. And the sky got pretty dark. And now it's snowing. And there's ice platforms. I think you can slip on them. It's gonna kill that enemy right there. And it's still snowing. I think it snows till like... I think it snows for like one more screen after this. Oh, no, it stopped snowing. That was the last screen it snowed. It's just dark now. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this guy first. And then I'll get that screw. With the Hornet Chaser, of course. And let's go ahead and move on. Oh, now it's raining, and it's pushing us back. Much like Toad Man Stage from Mega Man 4. It was a pretty annoying stage. Like, the beginning of it was like this. It was raining and the wind was pushing you back. Though, I actually got used to that stage. So it's not really annoying to me anymore. And yeah, there's platforms behind the clouds as well, so... yeah, we got more of these rotating platforms. Which really make me nervous as hell. Oh man, these umbrellas just keep respawning. I guess I might just go ahead and use Rush Jet. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be using Rush Jet after all. I mean, I already did before, but didn't think I'd have to use it again. Alright, now the wind is pushing us this way. You can tell by the rain, of course. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and use Dual Satellite. So these umbrellas don't give me any problem. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and use the Hornet Chaser. I don't want to go down there and then risk falling to the bottomless pit, so I'll go ahead and use Dual Satellite again. And here we are, we're at the boss. I'm going to take out Plug Ball, because that is Tornado Man's weakness. Alright, so here's Tornado Man. Now, note that if you jump while you're shooting those tornadoes, you can actually jump higher. That's why there's spikes up there. But, go ahead and use the Plug Ball and make quick work of him. Note that the Quick Ball stays on the ground, or on the wall or on the ceiling. So yeah, if you're trying to jump and shoot an enemy that's in the air, then don't bother, because it'll go down. Alright, so... we got a new weapon, Tornado Blow. And we only got one more Robot Master after this. Alright, let's go ahead and take on the last Robot Master we gotta fight, and that is Magma Man. Alright, so here's Magma Man Stage. As you can see, it is filled with lava. Go figure. Alright, so first we got these enemies that shoot fire. Oh, Destroyer. Okay. Alright, so I like to get hit by this enemy on purpose and just flash through the lava, because trying to jump to that ladder kind of makes me nervous. Because you obviously die in one hit if you fall into the lava, so that's why I do it. Alright, so... okay, up next we got these machines that pour lava, and you do not want to touch it because you'll die in one hit. And you can actually use the concrete shot to freeze the lava and then break it with Laser Trident. So I guess that's beneficial if you're doing a speed run of Mega Man 9. Alright, so we got more of these fire shooters, and here comes a mini boss in the next screen after this. Just gonna go ahead and pick up that screw. And then we're about to fight the mini boss. Gonna go ahead and get the black hole bomb, because that is its weakness. So yeah, you just shoot it in its head. And also with the black hole bomb, you can suck up its fire on its body too. And you can see its, like, bones pretty much. And yeah, I paused and then unpaused because if you pause, it'll cancel out your
black hole bomb that you've shot, and then you can shoot another one, because you can only shoot one at a time. So, yeah, there's not really much else to say about Magma Man Stage, unfortunately. I wish I could say more, but we're getting kind of close to the boss right now. Just want to get hit on purpose, because I'm a little bit nervous to jump across. Alright, so there's another lava pourer, and like I said, you can use concrete shots and then laser trident to break it. But, I don't know, I'm not really going to do that, to be honest. Just going to get through it the old-fashioned way. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the Hornet Chaser to pick up that health pack, and then use Rush Jet to fly through all these enemies. Yeah, there wasn't much, but decided to do it anyway, and yeah, that's why I brought out Jewel Satellites, but I was unfortunately too late. But, alright, so here's Magma Man, and you're going to need to use Tornado Blow. So yeah, when it shoots fire, and you use the Tornado Blow while it's shooting fire, the fire just goes up. And I ran out of ammo, so I'm just going to use the Mega Buster. It's really not that hard. Alright, so that is Magma Man. We have defeated all 8 Robot Masters. You got a new weapon, Magma Bazooka. This is the memory circuit board. You can play back his memory to see why he went crazy. I'll put it on the screen. So what are you trying to say?
I'm saying you're all going to end up in the junkyard.
Of course. When we're done with our work, that's what happens.
It's not just you! Millions of robots all over the world are winding up as piles of junk. You work hard for humans, and then they just destroy you when you're no longer needed. Doesn't that make you angry? Just because you reach some arbitrary expiration date doesn't mean you should be scrapped. You're still quite useful. You have a right to live. I'm going to help you. Together, we'll show the world how useful you all could still be.
Perhaps you're right. We still want to be of use to people. Can you repair us?
I'd be glad to. You're in good hands with me.
It was Wily all along. And here comes Dr. Wily. Alright, so before we go to Dr. Wily's castle, we're gonna stock up on some items. On energy tanks. And, yeah, we'll buy as many as we can. But I'd like to conserve some screws for other things too, not just E-tanks. Yeah, M-tanks, that's a good one too. It refills everything, your health and your ammo, all of it. Gonna get spike protection. And, yeah, I'll just buy more spike protection. And I guess I'll just spend the rest of my screws on an E-Tank, because that's all I can buy. Alright, we'll see you in the next part of Mega Man 9.